Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 109. Ripple's executive on Blockchain Association board, 39 illegal crypto companies, and Binance bug bounty program. Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. If you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, you hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description, and so is the link to all the other news that we cover here in this amazing stream. Now, guys, happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. If you're into what's happening with the cryptosphere, then thanks for being here, right? Thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for joining us, liking, and subscribing again. I'm really grateful for each and every one of you that helps us spread the word about this channel, and that also comes and chills with us and participates and it's comments and integrates with the community, right? Anyways, guys, yeah, let's get on to that other screen that you guys are more familiar with, so we can start off with the actual stream, right? So let's get on with the news, man. There's a couple people tuned in, so that's good for us, right? Let's do this first. China's Silicon Valley identified 39 cryptocurrency companies as illegal. Now, Shenzhen is a blockchain hub of China, but its law enforcement will soon be cracking down on cryptocurrencies. The state has identified some 39 illegal cryptocurrency companies operating within the city. China's so-called Silicon Valley may soon find itself amidst a serious crypto crackdown, and reportedly against scams and Ponzi schemes. Shenzhen, the leading tech hub of China, is also the home of many crypto-related scams. Authorities have reportedly identified 39 illegal companies that have been responsible for defrauding everyday consumers. Now, according to the report, W1, Twitter at W1. Oh, it's not bad. I want to open that one. I want to open up her tweet. There we go. The authorities are specifically targeting companies engaging in pump and dump and pyramid schemes. The exchanges involved in aiding these illegal activities will also be punished severely. Right? Anyways, Shenzhen's authorities will reportedly focus on three key activities as part of their illegal crackdown: cryptocurrency trading, foreign license exchanges, and cryptocurrency-related investment funds. Now, there are 39 companies in China being targeted by this new measure, have not yet been disclosed, and I believe they're not going to disclose them until they actually go after them. Because if you disclose them right now, it would be like warning them, and then they can empty their accounts or whatever. Maybe it could be one of those news where they really don't have anyone and they just want to see who scrambles to see who they go after. Anyways, we can expect that the names of these illegal firms will be released in the coming days. Anyways, maybe some information on the exchanges that aided them as well. Shenzhen will likely prove to be a pilot city for blockchain-related regulations, given that it's the tech hub of China. If successful, we could see these same stipulations apply to other major cities and eventually to the rest of the country. Okay, cool. So that's it for that article. Let's jump on to the next one. Bitcoin futures daily volumes on digital asset platform BAC have hit all-time highs, according to data from Intercontinental Exchange, ICE. More than $20.3 million were traded in Bitcoin, or let's say 2,728 future contracts on November the 22nd. Now, the volume records represent a 66% increase over the previous day. It's roughly 30% higher than the previous all-time high on November the 8th. Additionally, yesterday's open interest is currently $1.75 million, a 29% increase over the previous trading day. Despite a slow start upon launch in September, the volumes of back physically settled Bitcoin futures have been gradually increasing, and it's good, right? Increasing, it means that there's more people trading physical settled Bitcoin, and that is good for the Bitcoin environment, because the other ones, the cash settled ones, right, those are not physically settled. So that's money that's not flowing into Bitcoin, and people seem to confuse those, right? Just because someone is trading futures on any other exchange that is not physically settled, you're just buying and selling money. You're not really holding any crypto. You're just using the crypto vehicle for that speculation, or for that, or to cover that, right? Your settle base is that price. It's like if you wanted to do it in, I'm not sure, like oil, but you really don't hold any oil drums, right? You just trade and sell based oil, but you're really not holding oil. That would be the equivalent, or what I could state as an equivalent to this thing, right? So again, you just be buying and selling at that price, but not holding the actual thing. So again, that money that's flowing into those futures is really not being held on Bitcoin. So people are not really purchasing and selling Bitcoin for that. Anyways, on to the next article. It's for Ripple. I do have 2 articles for Ripple, and then 1 for Binance, and no articles for Litecoin. They're being a little bit light again, and Ethereum also really light on articles today. Anyways, this is from today, Saturday. It's from a U-Today website, and it talks about a recent tweet. The Ripple's head of regulatory affairs in the U.S., Ben Malnicki, spread the word that he has joined the Blockchain Association board as co-chair. Is this guy, right? It says, looking forward to working with Blockchain Association and its members to provide regulatory clarity on this critical issue for the industry and market participants. Now, he is the second Ripple executive to join the Blockchain Association, right? Prior to Malnicki, Michelle Bond, the global head of government regulations, did the same. Sorry, got a notification for like a Quake alert, but it's not near and it's not strong. So I do keep those. I do live in Mexico City. It's those tend to we do tend to have earthquakes here, and sometimes they're pretty strong. So when those alerts do pop up, I gotta pay attention. Anyways, this comes after Ripple announced that they were opening a representative office in Washington, D.C. in order to have a closer dialogue with the U.S. regulators, such as the SEC. Now, since Ripple is collaborating with banks and the current financial system instead of opposing it, they do state in the article, and it's in parentheses, as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and their communities are doing, saying that they're opposing the financial system. Close parentheses, right? I don't believe many of these are opposing it, right? They are working as different vehicles. They are not helping it, but I don't believe they're opposing it, right? Smart contracts, Ethereum, I don't believe they're actively opposing it. Bitcoin, I don't believe is actively opposing it. People that follow, right? The communities might be doing like all these short the banks, short the bankers, and with all this propaganda or this speech pro crypto, anti fiat, But again, I don't believe it's a lot of them, and I don't believe it's some of them for sure. But again, also some of them might not be doing it, right? So again, it's a mix, but they're just focusing on the ones that are doing it and using them as an example. So again, not because they say it, it's a reality. Anyways, Ripple's up for setting a proper regulatory mechanism for this innovative sphere of fintech. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is a blockchain association website. And why they exist? Well, they said that their goal is to advance trust, transparency, safety, and innovation through distributed technologies and services. There are barriers to these advancements on the tech side. Innovators face regulatory minefields on the policy side. Lawmakers must navigate consumer protection, security concerns, and misinformation. We're committed to creating a deep partnership within and between technology and government to share knowledge, identify opportunities, and co-create a digital future that is more transparent, more inspiring, and more secure. Right, that is what they do. 1, represent our industries in front of regulators and lawmakers to share our enthusiasm for the potential of blockchain technology with a wide audience, clarify the technology's functionality and benefits, to dispel negative sentiment and misinformation, coordinate grassroots advocacy with tech organizations, entrepreneurs, and users, prioritize a regulatory agenda that advances value exchange, capital formation, and consumer protection, participate in regulatory and policy discussions at a national and international level, and amplify our message through partnerships with aligned groups. Now, it is a good association that is obviously being pro-crypto and trying to like dispel some of the FUD that is around this sector. Having Ripple putting people here is no accident, right? If they can help clear some path or at least clarify some doubts regarding Ripple and other blockchains, I believe they're trying to do that because it's in the best interest of everyone that blockchain works properly and that this ecosystem grows. Not just Ripple's, but all crypto ecosystems grow, right? Anyways, I like this article. It's touches base on something that we reported a couple days ago. It says that a recent report published by Messari claimed that Ripple is using its affiliate charity foundations as a shelter for corporate and executive taxes. The report itself cited as an analytic report which tied XRP to an illicit activity worth $400 million. Messari added that Ripple is obfuscating the fact that the 2.2 billion XRP it counts as circulating supply are currently locked in long-term restricted selling agreements. Look, if they are locked in restricted selling agreements and they have been issued, they are in circulation. They just cannot circulate 100%. So they're released, but they're out there and they're minted. And if the agreement is it's banned, then you can sell them all. So again, they're out there. They already count as circulating supply because they already exist and they are in an agreement. The agreement don't stop you for it being a circulating supply. Anyways, it's like if you had $10,000 locked in a safe deposit box somewhere, or $1 million locked in a safety deposit box somewhere, that means that they are in circulation. They're minted. They've been issued. The U.S. doesn't know whether or not you have them in a lockbox or not. So again, it's still in a circulating supply overall, right? From the grand perspective of things. So again, Ripple's money, even though those 2.2 million, they're stating it's locked, it's still circulating supply. And it was Chris Larsen, co-founder and executive chairman at Ripple, was quick to respond to the report, with Larsen claiming that a Messari report contained inaccuracies, adding that RippleWorks had donated over $25 million to support incredible social ventures. Alongside a link to RippleWorks' portfolio, Larsen said, Doug Gelly and I first set up RippleWorks to be an operating foundation, meaning we supported charitable work with our project's program versus giving money. According to Larsen, after XRP growth in late 2017, RippleWorks was reclassified as a non-operating foundation, which allowed them to distribute high-impact financial support to social ventures, bring people out of poverty across countries like Senegal, Kenya, Nigeria, and Myanmar. Anyways, they do say that they spoke of how the 2019 fiscal year reflects this change in resources and operations, and that the Form 2019-990, which was the one that was being quoted earlier, will be made publicly available next week. So, they did not comment on the large XRP supposedly being used for illicit activities. Again, you cannot stop people from using a currency for illicit activities. It's like trying to stop people from using the US dollar for illicit activities. If someone wants to use your money for illicit activities, they're going to do it. Again, if someone wants to use the US dollar for illicit activities, they're going to do it. You're going to stop it. Same with crypto. Once it's out of their vaults in people's hands, what people do with it, you cannot be responsible for or liable for, right? Again, you can try and stop it, dissuade it, etc. But what people do with that asset, once it's in their hands, it's entirely up to that person, and it's the responsibility of the person that holds it. They're responsible for any damage or whatever they do with it, right? So again, they're trying to sound as the Ripple is, allowing for these things to happen. They can stop them, just like no one can stop people from scamming other people out of Bitcoin or any other crypto. Again, it's just that, right? Anyways, Binance bug bounty rewards event to identify security threats. Now, this is an interesting article, man. If you are good with tech, or somewhat good, in the latest statement, Binance has announced a bug bounty reward event in next month to ensure robust and invincible security system. Now, the new reward program is in addition to the previous program, which will run from November 22nd till December 22nd, 2019, so for 1 month. Binance has ventured with BugCrowd to make sure the system is secured from potential vulnerabilities. As part of the program, Binance runs occasional bug bounty bonus rewards events for its platform. Now, researchers can earn multiple bonuses as part of the event just by signing the program. The bounty program offers the reward money depending on the severity of the security issue. It also mentions the terms and conditions of the program. The latest announcement come as an extension of the previous bounty program after March 2019, which had offered up to 10,000 Binance worth, or approximately $100,000 as bonuses then. Now, apart from the above offer, it additionally offers $5,000 as a bonus for identifying and reporting the potential vulnerability. Now, they do have this table that's out here. As per the bonus programs, for 2 consecutive valid reports, you get a bonus of 50% awarded. For 3, 75%. For 4, 100%. Now, the bonus varies from $200 to $10,000 with the severity of the security threat and its potential impact on the business and the system, right? So if one identifies 3 vulnerabilities worth 600, he's capable of earning a total number of 6 plus 6 times 1.5 plus 6 times 1.5, or the third one is at 175. So $2,550. The bonus amounts is based on the technical severity of the reported vulnerabilities, ranging from 200 to 10,000. So again, you do get this like P1 critical, which is your $5,000 to $10,000 range. How they base it, I'm not sure. Within this, there's probably other criteria. And again, from there you go from like 1,500 to 5,000. So again, if you're kind of good, you probably can do some really good stuff with this, right? And if you know some of the bugs and report them, you're probably getting some extra cash. Now, top 3 researchers will bag additional rewards. So 5,000 in Binance, 2,500 in Binance, and 1,000 in Binance plus executive exclusive Binance hoodie. Again, the hoodie, I think it's like just like not really worth it, right? I mean, oh man, look, I reported a bug and I got a hoodie. I mean, yeah, I guess it's sort of cool, but again, yeah, whatever, man. I think people are doing it for the money, not for the hoodie. Anyways, that's it for the news, guys. I'm gonna jump into market analysis now. So welcome to the technical analysis section of the stream. I was replying to someone on Twitter. I had this up. Someone was calling something that really didn't look like it's supposed to be being called like that. But again, they're calling this a falling wedge, or breaking a wedge from, I think they said 2017, so 2 years, but they just had one line on the top, and I did put it, so it should be on my profile actually. Oh snap, it's not here, man. Weird. I replied to a girl, and I actually even posted a link to that graph, and I said, look, man, for anything to be a valid wedge, you have to have a bottom line, so you have to go someone going like this, and they both should be falling. But she wasn't saying where she was anchoring from, because she had something way back here. So if you were anchoring from there to here, right, if anything, you would be making sort of a triangle, not really a wedge. And she was ignoring all this data up here. So I said, no, if you're gonna do that, then you have to touch that point, and you have to find where you're gonna anchor back here. But again, if you're anchoring up there, you're probably gonna take this as an anchor and this as an anchor, and then you're really making more of a channel than a falling wedge. But again, I think she might have deleted it. Weird when people do that, right? Yeah, maybe she didn't like the fact that I corrected her her interpretation, because she didn't have this line, and I said you have to have a bottom descending line that it's also converging with this line, right? Converging, getting closer together, for you to call it a valid falling wedge. But she didn't have it, so she might have just deleted her whole tweet. Anyways, something before I actually jump into this, I kind of want to talk about this as a PSA announcement, right? Like a public service announcement, because there's this guy Leonidas, right? He's a cool guy. He does a lot of research. He's of the XRP community. There are a lot of people that are being accounts that are being I would say like cloned, sorta, and they're being targeted by scammers. And it's really important that we guys that we fight this, right? He does put a link. Exchange we meant to block and report them, right? He's actually tagging other people. But like if you go here, you'll see all the double accounts, right? For Mr. BXRP, but it's not Mr. BXRP's account, official account, and then you'll see that there's more from him, right? Like this XRP Yoda with a bad logo even. Here's another one for Mr. BXRP. But again, a lot of impersonators all over the place. So he's asking people to tag these accounts and report them so they can be suspended. These are people that are asking for donations of Ripple. I'm pretty sure there's other people that are also impersonating other people as well, like maybe Bitcoin people or Litecoin people. So again, guys, we really need to get to a point where we stop fighting each other, right? Which coin is better and which coin is not. And we all should just focus on fighting these scammers and try to clear crypto Twitter, because this brings this leaves a bad taste in the mouth of a lot of people, right? Imagine you're one of the first people to come here. You don't know who to follow. You end up falling into one of these scam accounts, and you end up sending them money when they promise that you're gonna get something back. You don't get anything back, and then you get screwed and you're burned, and then you think everyone in the crypto community is just a whole bunch of a-holes, when it's not the truth. And you know, this really damages the reputation of everyone in the crypto sphere. So again, if you guys want to help out, go to this tweet. I replied to it, so it should show up as something that I did. If you follow me on Twitter, you can go there and help bring some awareness to this to other people in the crypto sphere as well. And you know, we'll see what we can do from there, right? Again, the more of us together, the stronger we're gonna be, and the more we're gonna be able to fight this. Anyways, now go into the analysis section for sure. Let's go into the total market cap, man. 6 people tuned in. If you like what we do, hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe, hit that bell. I'm not sure who's watching, but we only have 3 likes so far, and we have 6 people viewing. So again, if you haven't hit like, hit that like. It's really important for us, for YouTube, and for the stream. It lets them know that you guys like what we do, and it also helps, it suggests it to other people, right, that might have similar interests to you. Anyways, let's look at this. What is happening with total market cap on the daily? Yesterday, right, money flowing into the crypto sphere, 1.07% from an opening of 191.02 billion, closing at 193.41 billion. Right now, sitting at 190.55 billion, losing 1.48%, or $2.85 billion. Again, money flowing out of the crypto sphere. Dominance for Bitcoin. Yesterday, lost dominance a lot, 0.57%. I mean, it looks huge, but it went from 68.83 to 68.40. Right now, sitting at 68.40 still. So really not moving much right now. Be careful. Is it good? Is it bad? Like I always tell you, it depends on your outlook. For me, it's good. I want the crypto cake to be better divided so that it's a healthier ecosystem for everyone. That's my 2 cents regarding this. Now let's go on to Bitcoin dominance. What is happening with the Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin to the dollar. Sorry, on Coinbase, sitting at 7,213.24. Again, we have not done much since yesterday. We actually even went a little bit lower than yesterday. Remember how I told you guys that we should wait a little bit? I'm hesitant to make a call to the upside. The market's not looking very bullish. We might get another drop. Again, yesterday I was telling you guys we're not seeing any bullish signs, and the ones that we were seeing were not playing out. I hope that you guys are being careful and you're being safe with your trades. Anyways, today dropping a little bit. Yesterday had a green day, plus 0.64% up. Right now losing 0.56%, 1.59%. Sorry. Like I said, sitting at 7,212. Again, below this area. We're in this area where we can actually fall all the way down here and hit that like 6,700. So again, the 6,000s are very real. We have to wait and see how this keeps on playing out, because on the daily we don't have anything, man. We're going lower, more negative momentum than here, right? Even than here a little bit more. That's why it looks red. When we have the same or less, it starts to stagnate a little bit, right? So again, right now, when it stagnates, turns into this light red for negative momentum. So negative momentum still building, still sitting oversold on the RSI at 25.43. So just be careful with this. Let's go into the 4 hours and see what we're doing, because the weekends, you know, they're kind of slow. We had this bullish hammer that kind of ushered this pump to the upside. We got rejected at 7,384. Remember I told you guys I'm not sure we're going to get that high again or jump into that next level. We did talk about potentials to the upside, just targets. But like I said, right now, not the strongest looking, right? Anyways, let me get rid of this. If you went in yesterday somewhere around here at 7,094, you're probably still about $100 up, and congrats to you. For me, you know what my standpoint is. Bitcoin sitting below the 200 MA. Not healthy. Anyways, I just noticed that my Bollinger Bands are not out here. So let me put out the Bollinger Bands. And we'll talk about the Bollinger Bands on the daily first, and then because we, oh, cool, there we go. Yeah, awesome. Oh, there we go. I had him hidden. That's why we couldn't see him. Anyways, below the 20 MA, really on that bottom part, a lot of opening on the Bollinger Bands, so a lot of volatility out there. Something I want to do real quick is I'm going to change this to a 200 MA just so you guys can see that we are really, really below that 200 MA. 200 MA is way up here, right? The 200 MA is at the 9,425 areas, and we're sitting at the 7,200. So about like $2,000 move, $2,200 move for us to be able to get to a 200 MA. So again, you know my sentiment here, it's bearish. I've talked about this before, right? Where we have been. Sorry if this looks messy and ugly. I'm waiting for this to load, and it just don't look too good with the Bollinger Bands. Again, below that 200 MA. Why is it looking like this? Why is it giving me this weird movement here? It shouldn't be. Let me see if I can hide this. Sorry, this part of the. I'm not gonna show the limits. There we go. Now it's gonna be a little bit better. I'll throw it up again in a second. For some reason now it's showing me this like huge gap. Anyways, Bollinger Bands. Let's talk about them, right? 200 MA. We're below it right now. Again, we were below it here a little bit. But look, every time we have been below the 200 MA, we have been on the bearish zone. So again, above the 200 MA, we're on the bull trend, right? That really nice bull trend until December 2017. Guess what? We kind of dipped below it here, like a fake out, right? Like a small dip. Then bounce back up, right? Like in a V bounce, like a V rally. Then we kind of did like this M top, right? Like a sort of double top here. Looks like an M, right? And then you kind of tank down. Again, bearish, right? Bearish reversal pattern. Price action to the downside. And you just kept on breaking down below that 200 MA until April the 2nd, right here, when we actually pumped hard to the upside, getting above that 200 MA on the bull trend. And guess what, man? This drop from September the 24th certainly is getting us close to that 200 MA, right? We didn't quite drop below it, and then the next day we actually dropped below it, and we have been below it. We kind of went above it for a very small period of time, right? From like October 26th until November the 7th, and that's it. Then we fell below it again. So again, you know what my outlook is for this. I'm bearish on Bitcoin and a whole bunch of the crypto stuff until we're able to get above that 200 MA. So again, your mileage may vary, and that's fine. You can decide to be bullish and see reversals right now and whatever you want to do, and that's fine. You're entitled to that, right? Just what I'm telling you, for me, I'm not too keen on taking long positions on Bitcoin yet until I determine that I found a bottom that I'm comfortable getting in at, right? An area of value that I can really believe I can get a good potential to the upside. So again, I'm not seeing that yet. So for me, I'm not going into a lot of cryptos. The only one I'm hodling right now is XRP, and I'm open about that with you guys. I've told you that in plenty of streams. So again, it's the only one that I haven't closed that position in. Anyways, the 4 hour, what's happening here? Again, sitting at 29.74, so oversold on the RSI. Positive momentum starting to build, but not very strong. I'm trying to figure out here if there's anything that we can call high, lower high, sorry, higher low, last negative momentum all the way. Oh, what is this at, man? This from the 1 hour. This shouldn't be here. Let me send this back to the 1 hour. Again, some stuff in my charts just, sometimes it looks good and it wants to play out, and then sometimes it just keeps on coming back to like do weird stuff, right? Again, this should be on the 1 hour. Okay, cool. On the 4 hours, again, trying to see here. The only thing that I can't see is that we're developing. This will be 8.23. You'll see here a green number, right? Right above that plus sign right there. Anyway, so you'll see 8.28, 15.60. The only thing I can see here is that we're going from a high to a lower high, going to a higher positive momentum, creating hidden bearish divergence, price continuation, probably why we were breaking down here and seeing some price action to the downside. Again, not sure how strong this is going to play out, to be honest. This will just tell me where the price is going to go. I'm not doing any predictions yet because the market is a little bit wild. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get a little bit of contraction on the Bollinger Bands before we actually drop again, which could potentially mean that we're probably gonna keep on snaking a little bit, right? Tightening up a little bit on the range until these until the Bollinger Bands contract a little bit more, and then we see that drop. I mean, from here coming to down here, it really wouldn't be weird in coming and touching this bottom part of the Bollinger Bands. Again, if we try to break to the upside, we have resistance that we have not been able to break. This 7,384, the 7,500 area, or 7,531. Then above that, we have the 20 MA, then the bottom part of this minor upsloping channel that we broke out of. So again, I'm not too confident on this. Moving to the upside, yeah, there's a lot of resistance. To the downside, you don't have that much resistance. The only thing that is that you were oversold, right? Highly oversold. You kind of went onto that sold area, and right now you're still trying to make another move to the downside. Again, you could reset this and then dump again. There's nothing that would say that is not a possibility. So again, just be careful. Don't get wrecked. I'm trying to figure out if we have divergence here. 32.54, 33. Yeah, very slightly also going up. So again, you have that hidden bearish divergence on two of the oscillators against the price on the 4-hour. Again, on candle formation, we don't have anything yet. Impulse down, sort of upsloping consolidation. Again, not the best. Sometimes on this you tend to break down. Just be careful with this, guys. Again, let's go into the 1-hour. On the 1-hour, this from the 4-hour, man. Again, so from the 4-hour, I just drew it a couple seconds ago, and it comes back here. See what I'm telling you guys? All this stuff just keeps on coming back. It's just weird, man. Go back to the 4 hours. There you go. Okay, cool. So on the 1 hour, sorry guys. On the 1 hour, we had divergence, right? Hidden bearish. We called it out. We broke to the downside. Again, what I'm trying to figure out here is what's happening shorter term. We haven't made a high that is this high, right? Than our previous high. So again, everything is lower highs. Now, so high, lower high than this high. This is all one island. So again, anything that we trace here would be, you could consider, what do we say, slant divergence. So let me see this. I'm trying to see if we have anything here, man. All right, cool, yeah. On the RSI, right? You can see that from here to here, we're going higher, right, on that RSI, even all the way up to here. But from here to here, you're actually going lower on your price, creating hidden bearish divergence. Again, price continuation, you're in a downtrend, right? So again, sorry, this spike would be here. So we got that drop to the downside. That 20 MA cradled us for like 3 candles, and right now we're breaking below it. So again, not very strong signs that we could withstand price movements. On the 1 hour, getting contraction of the Bollinger Bands. Again, look, here we we're talking about a move, right? We were on the stream here at this night on the 20th at 9 p.m. right here. So a potential move to the downside. We had divergence bearish. We got that move, guys. Again, very real stuff developing here. Again, we might move to the downside. I'm not too confident I move to the upside. If we move to the upside, we have resistances that we could crash against. So again, let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out, right? The only thing that worries me, like I said, is that you have this hidden bearish divergence developing, and you can see you move to downside. 6 people tuned in, guys. Again, like I said, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, hit that like button. Let us know that you are here. That way I can talk to you. I'm not sure who's here. I'm not sure if Soka's usually here. I'm not sure if Soka's here today. It's the weekend. William James sometimes is here. Who else? Benny sometimes is here. But I usually when you guys come in, you say hi. So I'm not sure if you're here tonight, though. So again, we're seeing that move to the downside. Here, it just makes sense. From here, right, to here, in the shorter term, from here to here going higher, right, and from here to here going lower on your RSI, right? Sorry, on your MACD histogram, creating that bearish divergence, strong, right? Strong bearish divergence, price moving, diverging on the top part. So again, price action to the downside. You're also bringing that from that. You had hidden bearish on the larger frame, and within this smaller part of the island, slant divergence. Bearish, strong. So again, watch out for that, right? Sometimes Anonymous is here. Anonymous user, I'm not sure if you're here. Free TV Addict. Crypto Keeper Trader. Who else? John Smith. I'm not sure, guys. If someone's here, say hi in the chat. Trying to figure out what else I can call on Bitcoin before I move on to Ethereum. I don't think it's anything else I can tell you guys. Again, just be careful. Ethereum dominance on the daily. What is happening with Ethereum on the daily dominance? Yesterday gained a little bit of dominance. 0.35%. Right now gaining a little bit of dominance. 0.08%. Sitting at 5.55% of market cap. Now, Ethereum sitting at $149.98, seeing that nasty drops, playing like Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin is hitting lower prices on the daily, right, than the previous day. So again, you can see it in different Bitcoin charts. It's all the same story. Ethereum has not decreased to undo the gains from yesterday. So again, Soka, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. How's the weekend? So again, we're seeing that move to the downside. Not the best. Again, not as bad as Bitcoin, holding up a little bit better. But that negative momentum still building and still sitting oversold at 27.84. Nothing we can trace. We have not been able to trace anything from here to here. We're going lower. We're going lower also on the RSI, on the histogram. So again, that's it. We're moving to the 4 hours. Nothing else developing on the daily. I didn't talk about Bitcoin on the weekly. I'll do that towards the end of the stream. What is happening on the 4 hours? Low, lower, low, more negative momentum. That's fine. Higher lows, right? Less negative momentum. Same thing with the RSI. Nothing really happening here. Sitting at 30.81. Again, borderline between sold and oversold. Be careful, guys. Again, we'll see in the shorter scales whether or not something is happening. Sitting below 20 MA with volatility open on the Bollinger Bands in the 1 hour. We're starting to see the tightness of the Bollinger Bands sitting below them again. Now, as you can see here, here we were sitting at, this was yesterday at, yesterday at 3 p.m. From here to here, we went higher, right? So again, so from here to here, we're going higher, right? And this would be 0.91, 0.79. Okay, cool, slightly lower. So you're definitely creating, right? You're diverging on the top part of the oscillator and the price. So again, that's giving you strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. You're starting to see it play out. Not sure if this is done yet, but again, sitting below 20 MA, kind of bounced off it once, and then facing this kind of resistance here that I have traced. That would be, the channel that we broke out of, right? We kind of tried to break back into it. We weren't able, right? We kind of rejected it once, twice, 3 times. Again, we try to break above it, reverse the next candle. Just everything's really weak to play to the upside. So again, you don't have this divergence on the RSI, just on the MACD. Nothing else going on, really. It's just we gotta wait for a move to happen here. We don't have any other indicator except for this divergence here. So again, keep an eye out as things keep on developing on the weekend. What is happening with Ripple dominance on the daily? Yesterday gaining a little bit of dominance, 0.62%. Right now losing dominance, 0.94. Sitting at 5.20% of market cap. Is it good? Yeah, I like Ripple about 50%. We actually rejected lower dominance earlier on, right? Ripple is sitting at 22 cents. It's not the best for Ripple. Again, doing the same thing that Bitcoin is doing, bearish engulfing today. And remember, today opened like 3 hours ago. And we're already bearish engulfing the previous day. We might get a bounce. Some other stuff might play out. So again, be careful with this. Ripple sitting at all the full data, 22.885. So 22 cents, 22.885 cents. Again, like I said, guys, we could probably retrace to 100%. There wouldn't be anything weird with that. And if we fall below that, we do have some kind of support in this old previous downsloping channel. And if we break that, then we've hit like 21 cents, 20 cents. And dude, from there on, move to the downside. It won't be pretty, man. Tell you that. But again, it'll be a good area of opportunity to buy Ripple at a really at a good discount, so you can fill up your bags with more Ripple for longer term play, right? Again, just keep an eye out. It's not advice by any means that you should buy at the low part. You can buy whatever crypto you want, but again, just be careful with how you buy this or when you get into crypto, right? Again, bearish engulfing on the daily, sitting oversold at 27.46. Like I said, wait and see, right? On the daily, nothing else going on. Just very, very short. But again, these days still undeveloping, right? You'll be going like this, you'll be going like this, creating bullish divergence right now. But I'm not sure this day just started 3 hours ago. So again, just know that we talked about it as a potential. Might not be too strong. You would also have it on the RSI, right? You're going slightly higher on that RSI, even though you're going lower on that price. That's about it. We're going to go into the 4 hours so we can see something there. Sitting below 20 MA with volatility open on the Bollinger Bands. Rejecting, right? We fell back into this down-sloping channel, this old one. And we try to break out of it. And we're rejecting that. We cannot break out of it. Two times we've hit it. And actually moved to lower prices. So, Ripple. High, lower high, less positive momentum. I'm trying to see if I can find anything here that's going on. Again, yeah, from here to here, it kind of had slant divergence, right? So from here to here, we're running lower on 3 points, and from here to here, also going lower on your MACD histogram. So less negative momentum, and here to here, you're creating less relative strength, so higher on your RSI. Again, price action to the upside. You got this small pump again, rejecting that and breaking down. Not the strongest. Bitcoin's also doing this move. So again, you're following Bitcoin. On the 4 hours, you're not oversold. You're sitting sold at 34.22. Let's go into the 1 hour, man. This is the 1 hour for Ripple. Again, you can see it once, twice we hit it. Not the best, right? Higher high again. Look, you're going to a higher high within the same island, right? High, less positive momentum, creating bearish divergence, strong bearish divergence. Price action to the downside. You broke down on that. Again, let's see if we have something here. No, high, higher. Again, nothing here. You just have this play out and breaking down. Below that 20 MA, twice you try to break above it. Here it kind of did slightly and then fell below it again. Right now, moving to the downside. I don't really have targets except the 100% retrace. That would be here. And then after that, you know, we talked about that 21 cent area. So again, Ripple's not in the best zone right now, to be honest. I'm a little bit hesitant on Ripple. I do want to add to my bags of Ripple. Don't get me wrong. But not right now. I want to get confirmation that we've hit a bottom before I actually do anything of that nature. Anyways, low, higher low, less negative momentum. What we could see here that could potentially happen. Let's see if I can trace it with this one. We're probably going to get a move. Sorry, there we go. Maybe to the downside, maybe somewhere around here, right? I'll trace it with this. I'm not sure when. Somewhere around here, right? But we'll trace this. And we might get somewhere around here on the negative momentum, right? Somewhere maybe around here. And we'll create bullish divergence, right? And then we might be able to run to the upside with a little bit more stronger bullish divergence, right? Somewhere like that would be very, very beautiful for this, because on the RSI, you might also not even come all the way down here. You might go from here to here, maybe. Have something like this develop, right? And again, have that bullish divergence to try to pump you to the upside. Something that will also be nice, be probably coming down here and creating a sort of double bottom or a triple double bottom, if you want to call that, because from here we have a bottom, right? Here is more or less within the same price. So again, once, twice, and then we might do a third one, and then we can really do a pump to the upside, right? A triple or a triple bottom. Again, other than that, I'm really not seeing much for this, but this is supposing that Bitcoin doesn't dump. And on Bitcoin, I didn't check if we had something like this going on. No, on Bitcoin, we don't have anything like this. Bitcoin, we have not even developed that negative momentum. So again, it wouldn't be weird if we came down here, right? Or slightly lower, create a little bit less negative momentum. So we'll go somewhere around here. On the RSI, also something maybe from here to here, right? And then we might see that divergence play out and go to the upside. But again, still not developed. So again, it might not even play out. It's just a possibility that I'm pointing out for you guys to have in your mind when we're off the air and you're there on your house all alone doing trades and don't know what to do. Remember that you could develop that positive, that bullish divergence that might see you pump. What's going on with Litecoin on the daily? The Litecoin yesterday gaining dominance, 0.56%. Right now losing it, 0.67, sitting at 1.58% of market cap. Again, not much really happening for the Binance, right? So let's go into Litecoin sitting at $47.29, more or less where we were at yesterday opening. So again, 47.41. Like I said, Green Day yesterday also 1.73% or 82 cents up. Right now losing 93 cents, 1.97% down. Sitting at 47.21 again, below that 20 MA with volatility open on the Bollinger Bands, making more negative momentum. Sitting oversold at 29.08. Other than that, not much. Let's go into the 4 hours, man. Nothing else. We have not been able to trace anything. We have been even going lower, more negative momentum. That's it. Nothing on the daily. It hasn't developed earlier. It's not developing right now. Now here, we did not also have anything going on. We're making positive momentum. So again, a move to the downside here on the 4 hours would not get us to this much negative momentum. We could create some positive, some bullish divergence that we might also be able to run off, just like we were talking about with Bitcoin and Ripple, right? Potentially. Sitting oversold at 28.82 on the RSI, again, below that 20 MA. Nothing else we can trace. Is this positive? Yes, very unlikely. Yes, very unfortunately, it's positive. So you're going from here to here and from here to here, creating some kind of hidden bearish divergence, price continuation during a downtrend. You're starting to get that bump to the downside. Now, let me shift this and make sure, yeah, it's going to stay in the 4 hours. That's good. So let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we're channeling. Again, it's a bit of an upsloping channel, right? Moving to the downside. Let's see here. What is this at? Did we get to this high? First of all. No, we're not. Okay, cool. So we're not that high. On the RSI, 0.28, 0.23, 23. Again, lower highs, right? And lower on the MACD histogram. That positive momentum is much lower. So again, no divergence there. Even from here to here, we're going slightly lower. So again, no divergence. That's fine. We do have divergence, however, against... So even all the way down here, right? Against the RSI, you're going higher on your RSI. So again, you have hidden bearish divergence, price continuation to the downside likely. So you're below that 20 MA. Again, sitting neutral on the RSI at 41.97, almost heading towards that sold area. Be careful with your trades again. Nothing else other than that. So let's go into Binance. On the daily, man, what is happening with Binance? Binance dominance yesterday, seeing a nice pump on dominance, and Binance gaining 3.75% of dominance. Right now, gaining it's actually negative 0.06. You can see the negative sign there, even though it looks green. Negative 0.8. So again, sitting at 1.31% of market cap. Binance to the dollar. Oh man, we had a nice pump yesterday after like a lot of red candles, right? Sitting at $16.03. Right now, starting to pop to the downside, but not as violent as anyone else. Holding up a little bit better right now. Again, nothing on the daily that we can call out. We've gone even lower. And we actually hit over sold at 25.68, but right now we're sitting sold at 31.44. That's it for Binance. Nothing else happening. Binance in the 4 hours. We had divergence, right? We had set the price action to the outside. We got that pump. It was very weak. We broke down again on something probably in the 1 hour because we don't have anything here on the top part. Now on the tops, right? I'm trying to find positive momentum. There's no positive momentum islands all the way until here. That's high, really high. We're much lower. Are we making? Yeah, you can see that we're also lower on that positive momentum. No hidden bearish divergence. On the RSI, we do have some divergence, right? Hidden bearish. So we're going higher here, and we're going from this high to this low. So again, creating hidden bearish divergence against the RSI. Price continuation, likely to the downside. That's it for Binance on the 4 hours. Below that 20 MA, hitting the 20 MA and rejecting it. So again, bearish conditions. Let's see here. Binance, man, nice tightening up the Bollinger Bands at 7 a.m. today. Having a nice pump to the upside again. Starting to flag a little bit. Not the best though, because you're creating bearish divergence. You're going from this high to this slightly higher, right? And you're going from here to this low. So again, creating the divergence, right? Bearish, strong bearish divergence. Potential price action to the downside. You might see it play out. We're probably going to touch that 20 MA and see what we do once we touch it. We haven't touched it yet. That'll be it for this, man. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 53.41. Nothing else, guys. That's it, dude. We've run through everything. The market has not done much since yesterday. Bearish conditions are still here. Bearish sentiment still very real, still here. So again, be careful with your trades and your setups as the day keeps on going. So again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. If you have any requests, throw them on the chat. I would really want to know. I really want to know what other coins you guys want to watch or see or have me do analysis on. Anyways, throw them up there. Otherwise, we're probably gonna be done for the day. We just run through the whole market, at least the main coins. We did the news. We did everything we should do on this stream. So again, if you guys want to see something else, let me know. Other than that, I hope you're having fun. I'm having a blast having you guys here. So it's really, really cool that you guys are here on a weekend. Like I said, market looking bearish. We have about 7 minutes till we close this hour. And also until we close this 5 minutes actually. Till we close the hour and this 4-hour candle, right? So again, sorry, the 4-hour candle and the hour. So again, I'm trying to do something to stay around for that much time so we can watch what happens with the market. So if you guys have any project that you want me to look at, throw it up on the chat and I will definitely look at it, guys. I'm really interested on seeing which projects you guys are interested in besides the ones that I've already covered. Now, while you guys think of something, I'm gonna look at Link, because Link has been holding up pretty well. Not sure how it's holding up today though. Again, doing same thing that everyone else, but except holding up a little bit better than everyone else, right? Just like Ethereum and Binance has not undone the changes or the gains from the previous day. Again, nothing happening here. Lower low, morning momentum, lower on the RSI. So on the daily, nothing that we can change. Let's go on to 4 hours, man. We had a hidden bearish, right? We called it out on the 1 hour. Price action to the downside. We had that dump. We tried to pump. Maybe on the 1 hour, in the 1 hour, we might be able to trade something here that might be interesting. We're starting to move to the downside, so it wouldn't be weird if we were making some kind of hidden bearish divergence. All this is native. All this is native. We don't have any positive balance until up here. So from this high to this lower high, we're also making less positive momentum, so that's fine. On the RSI, let's see, low higher again. Yeah, maybe from this high, right? From this high to this high right here, we would be going something like this on the RSI, very slightly higher. So again, creating that hidden bearish divergence. You want to do that one? There we go. Make sure this is gonna stay on the 4 hours. Yes, it is. Anyways, price continuation. We're going to the downside. We touched the 20 MA, rejecting higher prices. Believe it or not, the market looking bearish still. So we're going here, man. Let's see. Higher high, more positive momentum. That's fine. Nothing bearish here happening. But again, we're starting to break down. If we don't have any reason for this breakdown, it's probably because the market is moving to the downside and it's moving this coin along with it. Because probably the market cap of Link is very, very tiny. And the market's probably just gonna like grab it and like swing it around like crazy, right? Anyways, guys, yeah, that's it for Link. Below the 20 MA, trying to do price reverse, but not happening, right? Anything else you guys want to check out, right? You know we're friendly, we don't bite, we don't discriminate, we're not bullies, moon boys or anything. We look at all crypto with the same eyes that we look at any other crypto. So again, if you guys want to look at that, tell us in the chat. Meanwhile, I'll go look at gold on the daily. Sorry, silver on the daily. Bullish divergence, playing to the upside again, just as we called. Not a very strong move to the upside, but again, nice enough, right? A couple cents. $16.74 to almost $17, $17.1. Let's go look at gold, man. Gold didn't have that divergence. Let's see. We didn't have it, I believe. 467. Yeah, 486. We didn't have that divergence. We're also going lower, but again, seeing that small bounce, not as nice as with silver, right? But again, have that bounce nonetheless. Two minutes till we close the candle. What will happen? What will happen? Will we go up? Will we go down? It's yet to be known and decided. On the daily, how's it looking like? We're still lower than the previous day. Bearish engulfing the previous day right now. Not the best sign for the market. Again, when you bearish engulf, you're likely moving to the downside still. man, not really good looking, right? Again, let's see Ethereum, man. Like I said, Ethereum holding up a little bit better. Ripple dropping out a little bit more. Oh, I said about Bitcoin on the monthly. Before I go off, and while I wait for this time to pass for a little bit, I will look at Bitcoin on the weekly so we can see what's happening. Again, 6 guys tuned in. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. And we'll be really grateful to you. Yes, we are probably within that area where we can call this a range where we can make that, call this a double bottom. Just let me take a measure from here to here, I guess. 8.81, again, a little bit too low. Usually for this, you want to see between 4 and 5%, right? Or 3 and 4%. Move to the downside, right? So you're within a range where they both can be double bottoms, but right now you're actually dropping a little bit lower. Again, the only thing I do like is that on the momentum, right? On the momentum, you're going slightly less negative momentum than here. So you're creating that bullish divergence, right? On the weekly. That's it, man. We close the week tomorrow. So again, this day today, when we open this week, that time frame that we're sitting at here on the daily, will determine how the week will close. So again, if this stays here and we don't drop too much on the weekly, we're not gonna drop more on that negative momentum, where we'll create that bullish divergence. However, the next week will still have to develop for us to be able to call something on the weekly and see if this is gonna play out, because this new 2 bars are still developing right now, and we can get more stuff to keep on developing over here. So again, be careful as this keeps on building, right? So that's it. Yeah. What time is it? It's time, dude. We're on time. Let's go look at the daily and see how we're doing. We just closed candle. Again, not daily candle, but hourly and 4 hours. So we're going to 4 hours, man. New 4-hour candle should be opening is right here. It's neutral right now, 0. So again, bearish engulfing, yes, with the previous 4-hour candle. Again, not the best sign that you want to see when you're trying to move to the upside. Again, we have this hidden bearish divergence that is playing out like we called. So again, price at continuation, again, potentially to the downside. This is from the 1 hour, man. Again, stuff from the 1 hour coming back. The stuff from the 4 hours, I got it to stay where it's supposed to. The stuff from the 1 hours, I can't get it to stay where it's supposed to. So again, very making my charts look very messy, guys. So I do have to do this cleanup so that it's not here bothering everyone when we're doing this. Anyways, this is also from the 1 hours, man. Again, snap. There we go. This is also from the 1 hour. I'll fix that stuff from the 1 hour. I'll fix it here, man. And the 1 hour is not gonna show up as the 1 hour, because it's gonna be here. So again, sorry for this quick cleanup, guys. It's all from the 1 hour, man. The stuff from the 1 hour shows up in the 4 as well. So again, I hope we can stay there. On the 1 hour, right, we had divergence. We were creating hidden bearish divergence against the RSI, right, on this larger time frame, right? This bar right here I just highlighted, and this bar right here I just clicked. Now on the shorter time frame, right, we're creating bearish divergence, right? Strong bearish divergence, right? Higher price, lower on the histogram, right? We don't have it on the RSI. We're actually going higher, but again, price action to the downside. We're seeing this play out, breaking below the 20 MA. And again, tightness on the Bollinger Bands. We might get another move to the downside, guys. Be careful. Ethereum. We had this move again. Move to the downside below the 20 MA now on Ethereum. This is actually red, even though it looks green. Over here it says a negative 0.21. So just be careful, guys. Again, less positive momentum. Lower on the RSI. Just nothing else happening here except for this bearish divergence that we had. Strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. Again, try to break above into this just sideways moving rectangle that I had, and we're failing to get above it and rejecting again. Let's go back to Ripple again. Ripple, man, even though I want this coin to pump, like I said, the best thing that can happen to Ripple right now, we created divergence, right? Bearish on the histogram, on the MACD histogram. So what I'm expecting for this, how I'm expecting for this to play out is sorry guys, there we go. Setting up the new playlist. There we go. Okay, so what I'm expecting here is probably the same move to the downside, right? Create a new low than this low. Don't have to be this low where I put this, but again, another move to the downside where we can create bullish divergence and potentially see or try to see a pump to the upside, a rally. But again, it's not really happening. Again, we have to wait for this to develop. Don't have to be this low. It could be yeah, it has to be this low because this is the previous area of negative momentum that we have. But we might not drop this hard, right? On the RSI, we will probably still be here. But again, I'm just leaving this out, see if it plays out. I'm not saying this is a target price. I'm not saying this is a target momentum. I've just left it open, so so we know what we're talking about tomorrow when I come back into the stream and look at this and say, man, did this play out or not? Did we move down? Not to this price, but just down, and did we create this divergence that we needed for us to see a pump? Again, that's it. So not calling this the price that we're gonna hit. Again, Litecoin. Let's see what Litecoin is doing, man. Litecoin, again, we had this divergence, right? Hidden bearish. Price continuation, still moving to the downside, trying to rally right now, 0.08%. But again, for Litecoin to rally, the market has to kind of stabilize, and Bitcoin is still kind of moving to the downside. So again, I'm not sure how strong Litecoin is going to be able to rally. And Binance, again, Binance divergence, bearish. Price action to the downside, you're seeing it play out. Still not done. So we're going to see how this plays out. You also had it on the RSI. That's it. Nothing else, guys. That's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. If you want to keep on chatting with us, you know what to do. You can join us on the Discord. You can follow our Twitter feed. You can stay with us, right? Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate you that shows up on the weekend and chats with us. And but again, I hope this information is valuable to you. And if it is, again, help us share and spread the word about this channel. That'll be all for tonight, guys. I hope you have a great Saturday, a great Sunday morning, and a great Sunday in general. And I'll catch you tomorrow night for the night stream of the State of Crypto. And I hope you enjoy it. And like I said, that'll be all, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me? For some reason, okay, cool. Something was off. I was showing as though the mic wasn't moving, so I wasn't sure if you guys were actually hearing me or not. I guess you can hear me. Anyways, that'll be all for tonight, guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thanks for being here.